Thank you so much, everybody, for taking the time out for being here. A special shout out to my friends and family for taking the time out to be here. I often found myself wondering what my purpose in life was. I truly believe that we are all here for a purpose, and I, for the longest time, couldn't figure out what mine was. After a brief toxic marriage, I decided to part ways and go ahead with my divorce. My friends and family stood rock solid. Suddenly, from a girl who was well settled, I wasn't. There are certain things the society expects out of you. They expect you to be married at a certain age, finish graduation at a certain age, have children at a certain age, and I felt like I met none of those criteria. I often found myself wondering, what next? What am I going to do next? I remember crying myself to sleep almost every night. But I also remember waking up every single morning and showing up to work. At that time, I had a small team of around 2 young girls working for me. That was us setting up our little office back then. Every time I woke up in the morning, I put on my best possible clothes, I dressed up like a boss girl, and I turned up to work. Each morning with the same thought, what is the purpose of my life? So here I am, running you through my 101 guide of finding my purpose in life and all the things that have shaped me who I am today. Number 1, it's never over until you truly believe that it is over. As confusing as this statement may sound, I truly believe that it's never over until there's a little hope, even if it's a 0.00001% hope. As long as there is that hope, it's not over. When you hit rock bottom, there's absolutely no more anywhere else you can go except up. And if you find the right amount of courage, you go all the way up. And that's what happened with me. I was absolutely hopeless, and I knew that I was at my rock bottom, and now I knew I wanted to move forward. So me, along with my girls, started moving forward. We did multiple exhibitions throughout the country. We became one of the most talked about exhibitions in India. I started a brand new company which did digital marketing for almost every other brand in Hyderabad. It took every ounce of courage to pick myself up and start moving forward, and I couldn't have done that without my family and friends rock solid. I think the one thing that is so difficult for us Indians to do is to put ourselves first, right? I think we're just not built in a way where we are supposed to put ourselves first and we are supposed to think about ourselves first. And I realized I was the same. It was so hard for me to put myself first. But when I started putting myself first, I understood why it was so important. It's not just good for you, it's also good for the people around you. If you're someone like me who absolutely loves helping others, you will do a way better job at helping others if you learn to put yourself first. You know, when we sit in a plane and we usually hear that announcement that put on your mask first before assisting others, that is for a reason. Putting yourself first is a superpower, and if you are able to master that superpower, there is no stopping you. Hold on to the inner circle. So I truly believe that everything that I am is a large extent because of the people around me, whether it's my friends, whether it's my family. And what I've realized is that my big friend circle became smaller as I grew. You know, there were friends who turned up when I couldn't move an inch. Those are the ones you hold on to no matter what. There are friends in your life who show up on your worst days. You hold on to them. Your colleagues, they are the people you spend the most amount of your day with, right? It's so important to have a good relationship with them. I lucked out. A few of my best friends are my colleagues. Your family, your siblings, your aunts, your uncles, they honestly don't have a choice. They are stuck with you. So work on your relationships with them. Love them hard, because honestly, you are going nowhere and nor are they. Invest in friendships, invest in relationships, because the returns you get from this are unmeasurable. My parents always taught me that no success is big or small. No win is big or small. And that, I believe, is the reason why the comparison with my sister never got to me. At the Mirza household, we celebrated winning a Wimbledon the same way as we celebrated winning a basketball match at school. So, my dad always taught me the importance of time. Time is the most important thing one can give you, and you never waste that. You always show up for the meeting on time. It's been over 12 years I've been in business, and I can count the number of times on my fingers that I've been late to a meeting. You always plan your day. You always show up on time. My mother always taught me the importance of work. No work is big. No work is small. As I stand in front of you, I run close to 5 tiny businesses, and I give all the credit to my mother because she's taught me to pick up any work that comes your way, and that has become such a strength for me professionally. What my parents have taught me is most of my morals and ethics today. You may get a head start, but that's all you got. So a lot of my success is always said to be because of my sister. And I'm not going to lie, I did get an advantage, but what no one else sees is how much work I've put into it after. I started working when I was 17 and I'm 29 today. I've already been in business for 13 years. I don't think I can spot too many 29-year-old girls here who have 13 years of experience already. I worked day in and day out. I worked relentlessly for years. I always spotted myself to be the last person leaving work. I always spotted myself being one of the most hardworking ones in the room. But you know the secret? I never let it get to me. I kept going because I had to prove to the world that not everything that I am is because of my privilege. My sister called me a couple of months ago, and she picked up the phone and she said, "Oh, I'm at the airport." So I said, "Okay, what's up?" She's like, "I met somebody at the lounge. They came to me and they are like, we want to click a picture with you. We are huge fans of Anam's vlogs, but we want to click a picture with you." And I could feel how proud she felt on the phone saying that to me. And honestly, I felt every bit proud as well. I feel like I've built something for myself, and I'm so very proud of it. I did get a head start, but I knew if I didn't run hard enough, people would get ahead of me. It's been 13 years, and I've been running relentlessly, and I plan to do that for the next few decades. Reading. So I think one thing that gave me a brand new perspective in life was reading. It was a habit that I picked up much later in life, but it's something that stuck with me throughout. Reading is great for your brain, your memory, your focus, but for me, where it added the most amount of value is it made me curious. I was intrigued by such small things in life that I had to read and find my answers. And when I found these answers, they gave me truckloads of knowledge. I wish I picked up reading way earlier in life, but better late than never. Finally, be patient. Your Prince Charming will come. Mine came not on a horse, not for his damsel in distress. He came for a girl who fully adored herself, fully loved herself. He came not to save her, he came to love her. He let her fly and she let him. Today, we are married for 3 years now, and we have a beautiful daughter, Dua. Everything we do, equal partners at business, equal partners at home, equal partners as Dua's parents. It's such a basic but yet a rare thing to find in a relationship today, and I'm so glad I could find it with my Prince Charming. What I've truly realized is that one can't let someone else love them until they truly love themselves. And for me, when I fell in love with myself, I saw my Prince Charming standing right there. Too much of anything is bad, and I learned this from a friend of mine. So I feel like finding the right balance is so important in life and not being extreme, right? Like too much of love is bad, too much of sugar is bad, too much of work is bad, too much of travel is bad, too much of laziness is bad. So finding that magic recipe to finding that balance in life was so important for me. And when I found it, I felt like I reached that epitome of success to actually understand what that balance was. Therapy. There's a lot of talk about mental health in general. I am a strong ambassador of therapy. Therapy has had a very positive impact in my emotional thinking. It's made me look at life so much more clearly, lesser confused. And I think we all must get this help when we require it or when we need somebody to talk to. Family or career? You know, so many people ask me that, what if you have to pick between family and career? I'm like, but why will I have to pick between family and career? So as my family has grown, as I've become a mom now, wife before, daughter before that, what I've realized is that there's practically no way for me to tell you that my family is more important than my career or my career is more important than my family. It totally depends on the day. Like today, I'm here. My career is more important. Tomorrow, I may not be able to be here, and my family is going to be more important. And it's about picking and prioritizing what is important on that day. And there is so much guilt that we women feel to actually put your career before your family for some strange reason. And it's so important for us to understand that it is okay. You have to get over that guilt. It is okay if you can't stay with your baby all day today because you have a conference to go to. It's okay if you have to cancel that dinner with your husband because you have an unavoidable meeting. And I believe that a woman can have it all. A successful family, a career, an office, a boss. As women, we can be so many things for so many people all at once. We can be moms, we can be sisters, we can be mother-in-laws, we can be grandmoms, yet we can be teachers, we can be doctors, we can be therapists, we can be caremakers. We women make the world go round. We women create magic, and there is absolutely nothing us women can't do. Everyone in our life goes through a storm, some big and some small. How we emerge out of it and find our purpose defines our life. If my story has inspired you to look within, to find your storm, to find your true North Star, then all this was worth it. I am Anam Mirza, and I truly believe that sky is the limit for women, and us women can do it all. Thank you.